about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hi guys, it's your girl Shiketa D-Days, and I'm your favorite CEO with Derek Denzel Days, the second corporation, and we are back with another hot show for you guys. We are super excited to be on this platform, the iHeartRadio platform. We are celebrating today. We are remembering 9/11. Where were you 9/11? I remember being in high school. It really didn't mean too much to me because I wasn't really knowledgeable about it. But as I get older, I start to understand how many lives were taken, how many victims and how many families suffered from 9/11. So we are celebrating 9/11 and we are celebrating our new platform. We have Juice Baby in the building that's coming with another hot show, and he's going to bring you guys some knowledge that you need to help you get going in life.
You know what, too? People use you, misuse you, right? And people are afraid for you to be bigger than them, to get bigger than them, because they feel like because you valuable to them, when you somewhat valuable, they valuable to you with the, because of the level they on, but they feel like if they, really give you the game, they ain't gonna be able to use you how they want to misuse you to the level, of understanding. You understand what I'm saying? So, I watch the company you keep. Just trust me, bro. Because people, sometimes you'll feel like you're going to go to the next level and then they'll disappear. Bam. And you feel like, what? I done put all this time and effort in this situation and this, what? Because you got to be controlling the situation. See, people be popping in and out. They ain't controlling what they doing. They come around, you suck you dry, boom, jump over here, suck this person dry, boom, jump over here. They don't build their situation. They on the other side of town living luxury, how they really want to live. But they up here to you the way you think that they should be up here and how they see fit for you to accept them. So you gotta be careful of the company you keep, man. That's the key to this here, man. Be careful of the company you keep. You know what it is. Me, streetwise, it's just that blunt. I'm in the street around the thief, and guess what? And I walk in the store for the first time with this dude, and the store man know this dude be stealing. He done watch the tapes backwards and forth, but he always can't catch him and stuff. And he always, I done lived his life. Dude gonna look at you the same way, bro. You round this dude. You ain't think you hang around. He think, oh, that's a bunch of thieves done walked in my store. You might just be his cousin and you just parked up just on a family reunion or just went by his mom. You just went to the store with him. He going to steal. He know what he about. He probably ain't finna tell you. He probably playing like he got money. He probably got a couple and he be playing your ass and he done stole some shit and he always keep goods and food and he be stealing that crap. But the point I'm making is when you walk in the store with this thief and the owner of the store know this dude a thief, guess what? You a thief too, bruh. But you ain't no thief. But this how you gonna be viewed, bruh. So it's value within the value, and at the same time, it's the company you keep. The company you keep, man, it's just what it is. You build yourself a certain way. I mean, it's stereotype, you know what I mean? But you build yourself a certain way. They say the birds and the feathers flock together and all that, you know what I mean? And I ain't really too much see a crow with a raven, if that's maybe the same thing. I mean, a crow with cause some birds do hang out together. You know what I mean? But I don't know about it bunches. I probably gotta look at the globe because it's probably, they migrate. So they hang out in proximity just like how we do, bro. But just hanging out like this my partner, them, like these birds hanging out with these birds, like that's they partner, them. You know what I mean? That's a different situation. You know what I mean? That like I ain't never seen that, but cause they do flock. I ain't never seen like, you ain't never seen no hyena hanging out with no lion like this chilling. Like we just posted. We ain't even doing what the rest of the tribe doing. We like they multi-enemies. They enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that they just don't get along. Like oil and water. It's just the opposites. You know what I mean? So, but if you can find a system where you got a whole bunch of birds from different structures, hanging out with each other, all that. Let me know, at least about, you gotta be 5 or 6. No, if they company, they just hang out with one another. I like to see that, man, because that'd be a whole big issue on, how we can get together from different walks of life. We ain't gotta be like, I'm gonna value your system, but because that's what I seen in the ancient time, the company you keep. In the ancient time, it was different. You know what I mean? Those different systems was different. Cause I seen like this king, he needed the information. Like all of them had kingdoms. They wasn't like, oh, I'm better than his kingdom. They wanted to control what they control, but they always wanted to be friends and have allies so they can travel with me. If I can go with you, my experience different from yours, I like to enjoy that. I don't want to be denied of experience, because experience is what we hear. You experience to breathe, touch, smell, taste, burn, hurt, love. It's just what this world is about. This world is about experience, so you got to be careful who you experience life with, too. You understand what I'm saying? Then you get mad that this person ain't bringing value to your life, but you accepted that. You understand what I'm saying? Then if you can show that person how to bring value and they don't accept that, you got to move on, man. That's the name of the game. Because if you don't, you're going to be miserable. You're going to suck yourself dry. You're going to be like your grandma and granddaddies who sat in some relationships and they give you stories on who they was and who they could have been, but they sat and stood. You know what I mean? So it's value within the value, and it's the company you keep, people you hang out with. So you got to understand that. And people ain't really respecting that, then they just going to keep disrespecting themselves, because that's the first thing. When you disrespect yourself, then you give other people opportunity to disrespect you, because they already know it. Because if you respect yourself, it's only those two things can happen. Some people can miseducate themselves to the point where they think you accept how they come at you, or people already recognize that you ain't about that and they ain't even finna play with you. You know what I'm saying? There's only two things that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Either somebody know that they playing with you, well, I guess 3. Because, you know what I mean? Because it's a certain illusions, but that person really ain't sure with himself if he getting fooled with illusions. Because people who sure themselves, they can see the illusion, but if they not, if they're in control of their life, they really ain't trying to get involved with nothing that's outside of them. That's the difference. You deal with something outside of you, then you in for a challenge. You in for something different. You know what I mean? Because trying something new, but trying and doing something is a different thing. You're doing something, you basically know what you're doing. That's why you say that, I know what I'm doing. You don't say I know what I'm trying. Like, how the hell that work? That don't even sound right, right? I know what I'm trying. Like, how you gonna know what you're trying when you ain't never tried it? So words and value systems, I like it. It's a beautiful thing. But we finna get this thing again, and this one is the company that you keep. Be careful, man. Be careful of the company that you keep, because they can bring value to you or they can devalue you. You know what I mean? They can bring value to your system or they can devalue your system or whatever, desire, how you looking at life. So, in these words, I could be saying that you dealing with somebody that can bring more structure to your life. So, more attitude, more spunk, more encouragement. You know what I mean? More foundation, more solidarity. You know what I mean? Instead of always questioning what you saying, and nobody is not on your point, but it's all on you. It's like if you ever dealt with somebody and they never went along with what you said and you explained it and they never really seen it, you had to nip that in the bud from the jump, because if you continue to go along in that relationship, you did it. It's like you trying to bring value to the situation, but then it's not being taken seriously or systematically, where you can see it in real time that it's being used. It's like you can say, well, I put this recipe together, and then they don't put the recipe together. They want the taste that you gave them, but they don't want to put in the work that it took. So they'll take a shortcut, and they try to present it like it's the shit that you put together, but it ain't nothing that you even much, you know what I mean? So it's the value behind the value. The people you hang around, people you associate yourself with, it's going to greaten your life or it's going to tear you down. You know, it's just that simple, man. And that's the greatness of how this life goes. But some people so manipulated that they actually feel, and they was pushed into, dragged to, they was documented, banged in the head that they got to be a certain way and live with something. You as a person, though, you don't want to hurt. So you know, from that point, somebody else feel the same way. That's just like, I don't have to read a book. Nobody had to teach me that. And once you feel pain, and you know, yeah, I feel, somebody else can feel pain. So if you don't want to feel pain and let others do, you know, you know how the saying go in the word. You know, let me tell you, do unto others as you have them do unto you, to that value system. You know what I'm saying? And then you understand that, like, listen, don't do nothing to me that you don't want done to you. And that's what that's saying. So don't be getting mad if I act a certain way. And like, would you want somebody to do that to you? And they say no. So what? Don't do it to me. So don't get mad if I react a way, because I guarantee you're going to react a certain way too. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, bam, we can move on. But some people just, you know, you got to know who you're hanging out with, man. That's on the real, man. It's like, and then you can't never be so careful, man, because you can be, but you can. It's real. It's just, I can't say it is and then, because then you look back at certain movies and you look at, because that's what sometimes you got to do. If you ain't really replaying this stuff back in your head, you ain't going to see the different other situations. You can watch a movie the first time and, boy, you watch it again, boy, you done seen something different, because the movie done had you caught up. It just had you focused on a certain situation. But now that you know that situation already, your mind is just that powerful. It knows what's going to happen. But then you wasn't focused on this. And you're like, what? Dang. I believe you watched that movie 10 times, you'll probably see 10 different things in that movie, man. Until you can actually tell a movie, you know, verbatim. You're like, God damn, boy, you watched that movie 100 times. Yeah, y'all did. You know what I mean? You know how people get, boy, they watch the movie so much, they could tell you this, the lines and the verses and all. You know, like they rehearsed this mob. You know what I mean? I see TikTok gonna take over, but I'm saying before TikTok people doing that, but they done found the system within the system, and they got value within the value, right? I guarantee you TikTok, they get their shit together. They just ain't finna be TikToking. I guarantee they gonna own some stuff. They probably gonna buy, you know what I mean? You gonna have a TikTok phone. They gonna have something. They gonna brand something other than what they putting out. Trust me. But it's the people you associate yourself with that's what's going to bring value to your life. And everything's going to connect like a puzzle, everything I say and every show that I say. Value within the value connect to the people that you associate yourself with. The people that you associate yourself with bring value to the value. Bring value to you. You know what I mean? The value within the value. Because y'all one within one another, people. You understand that? So this is a short segment, you know what I mean? I just put a little something together, man, to let y'all know I had something on my mind. Wanted to give y'all something, you know what I mean? Value within the value, you already know that, and the company you keep. It's going to come together, the puzzles. And it's going to come together that you can actually have a sentence from the value to the value, the company you keep, and whatever else come behind this. It's going to be magical, man. You understand what I'm saying? So Juice Baby in your chest right now, podcast, Boss Up Podcast, stay bossed up. What we do, 305 Juice Baby on YouTube, Instagram, Juice Baby 100. You already know what time it is. We in the building, Derek D Days on Facebook, and we gonna do what it do, man. We bringing clarity and the way that I'm seeing life. You know, my point of view. I'm ready to give it. I done analyze my own point of view. You understand? So many times before I even much desire to give anybody my input on what I see and vision, but this been going on since I was young. You know, I always sat down and analyze stuff, and I was always be able to bring value to the conversation or to a situation. So I was never just there being a hinder. You know what I mean? So people just exist, but when they there, they just there. But then some people exist and they bring value to your situation. We gonna break it down. You know what I mean? But that's just a piece of it. We're gonna have some live visual go along with the episodes, commercials. Thing going down, man. We got to get in debt. Got to get serious with the grind. That's what I'm doing. And I'm enjoying this. Join my wife. She putting in work. She doing her thing, standing strong. And I was just focused, being focused, keeping creation, keeping them things together. We got my baby girl. She wrote her first book. it's amazing. It's amazing. It's powerful, man. It's a great thing. And if to see from the seed that mom and dad did it to us, then we would have been in the bigger way where they was at the level they was on. You understand? They could have searched and scratched whatever level they wanted to do. And they came in the time they came in. You understand? So it's all that stuff works with what it is. That's why I can't never devalue what goes on 2,000 years ago, but I sure can't accept it for this time. This ain't the same time. All that stuff was built around the system. You know what I mean? You always build with around the system. Now, that system broke. It need more than just that. You know what I mean? If they had wood on it, they mixing it with wood, and we using concrete, or we using platinum. Like it's different now. Like you can't use that crap no more, bro. That shit, the water is gonna sink through. We looking at long term, man. You understand what I'm saying? If I was using wood and we found out wood soak up too much water, it deteriorate, and I gotta treat it too many times, and I can use something else that can alter that. And hey, wow, you can't give me no theology about wood right now. This damn time is over with. We ain't even much rolling on boats like that no more, brother. We building boats with this now. We started off like that, but that don't last. And if you want to use that, then you will see where you go at. You understand? So bring value to the value. Be careful who you hang around with. You understand what I'm saying? The people who you deal with, and associate yourself with wisdom, knowledge, and information, man. Bring yourself to the forefront, man. But it's been a journey, man, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to do what it do. We're always going to make good choices, the right choices. I don't know where it went, but we banging, man. So you already know what time it is. 305 Juice Baby, Yahoo.com, baby. We can come in, like I say, value within the value.com coming soon. And peace.